Hi, I'm State Representative Glenn Anderson, representing the 5th Legislative District, which is Issaquah, Sammamish, Snoqualmie Valley, and Maple Valley. We are now in the middle of the third week of the legislative session. And what I'd like to speak with you about today is the state's relationship with Wall Street and the state pension funds. Over the last 18 months, the Great Recession, the state pension lost $17 billion. $17 billion out of $63 billion in order to pay for future obligations for retired public employees. Equally so, over that period of time, the state actuary has done an assessment of the state pension funds, and we have 2, possibly 4 of the 6 overall major pension funds that now have significant unfunded liabilities. The state actuary has said that the state will have to come up with $1.5 to $2 billion in new money, new revenue, each and every budget for the next decade to make those pensions whole, so we can pay the legal obligations that we have committed to public employees. That's a lot of money, a whole lot of money. Now, the State Investment Board, which is the organization that oversees the state pensions, has a blanket public disclosure exemption. Means that it does not have to disclose to anybody its contracts with Wall Street investment banking firms that manage the state's pension funds. This isn't right. We've seen the fast and loose behavior of Wall Street and what it did to help create the economic circumstances that we're in. It's time that we put the spotlight of public disclosure on those agreements and limit the time that they are blacked out. There's a legitimate reason to negotiate and get additional information and actually implement those contracts. And I've submitted a bill that would limit that to 3 years. But after that, it would be open to public investigation, public observation, legislative oversight. We can't even really get the information. And that way we can know what the relationships are. What are we invested in? Is the return what was promised to us? Equally so, I have a second bill that actually allows the state auditor to go in and investigate those contracts in detail. It's really important because going forward, the state is going to have to come up with almost, like I said, $1.5 billion to $2 billion in each budget for the next decade. As I've said before, the state is broke. The state treasurer says as of September the state will have no cash. And what we do in this legislative session is going to have a dramatic impact on that. So I would like to encourage you to pay attention to this issue. Sometimes state pension funds, big numbers, can make our eyes glass over. It's hard to make a sexy issue, but it's really, really important this time around. So as always, I'm Glenn Anderson, State Representative. I always look forward to your comments, your emails, your letters, your phone calls. It's your input, it's your government, and that's what makes me be able to work here to get things done. Thank you again.